Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Legend of Heroes Trail of Cold Steel. Beim letzten Mal sind wir hier in das Lohengrin Castle rein, haben die Kids gerettet, wie ihr unten rechts an den kleinen Icon sehen könnt, und wollen nun die Wurzel dieses mysteriösen Vorgehens hier ausmerzen.
What is that? It looks like the orbs we've come across before, but it's far larger. I have an uneasy feeling about it.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge! It's kinda pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle.
Warum ist Emma so viel lauter abgemischt als die anderen?
If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal. All right, just leave it to me! What? Hold on, Milliam. Don't sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this. Let's smash this orb and get out of this creepy castle already!
You idiot, we have no idea what it might do.
Go, Lemmy! Ah!
Milliam!
What did I just say?
Are you all right?
Oh, I forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Wait, something's wrong.
Whoa! What's happening to it? I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone get back!
Nosferatu.
What is that?
What is that?
A bone-faced fiend? A Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far. Julian, Carno, get behind us!
Ah!
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right.
This will take everything we have.
Nächster Bosskampf, also
My turn.
Bosskampf, so. Natürlich erstmal ganz wichtig, Nosferatu analysieren. Hat nicht so viel Leben. Machen wir mal an.
Right! Hey!
So. Damit trifft sie alle.
Rise, great towers!
Warum soll mit dem zu lang mit ihm rumschlagen hier? Ich weiß gar nicht, ob das überhaupt reicht. Nee, ich glaube nicht, ehrlich gesagt nicht. No. Das reicht definitiv nicht.
Fool!
Sehr schön.
You're mine! Here we go!
Laura ist eingeschlafen. Cool.
Alright.
Und dieselben Spirits wie... Ja.
It's my turn.
Wie schnell kannst du jetzt hier nochmal Luminous Ray?
Arcus, activate.
Go!
Gale.
Second form, Gale!
Now.
So. Dann erst 12 dann auch schon geschafft.
Let's keep going.
Dem 4. Mistro.
Making progress.
I've only just begun.
Just getting started. A matter of course.
Treasure Sword, nice.
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was...
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
What? Watch out!
Ugh!
Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left. Laura! Are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
Looks like I've got no choice.
Reen, no! If you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
What are you?
What?
Huh?
What was that? Ugh.
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb, too. It looked like a lance. But how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Yeah, and whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago. It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
That's impossible.
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared, too. Is that because the orb was destroyed?
But that would mean the lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
Dum dum dum.
I thought it might have been her, but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden. Still, we really are out of time.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you.
Let's go und Greylock, die sind sehr, sehr gut und hilfreich und wichtig.
Drinks are on me someday.
Thank you for all you've done for us during your stay, Klaus. Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being more of service to you during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit. On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. And thanks to that wonderful, nutritious dinner after we returned from the castle so tired, I was able to sleep well too. Indeed, for all that happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad that the children were alright. Sounds like I got a real earful from their family, so they deserved every minute. So, just what was it we witnessed yesterday? Yeah, I'm still mulling over where that land that saved our skins last night could have come from. I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was Saint Sandlot. He must have sensed our peril confronting that strange spectre and chose to lend us a helping hand. Well, honestly, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Jeder Zeit das lustig, weil Laura kommt zur richtigen Konklusion aufgrund von komplett falschen Gründen. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else. Well, that's certainly true. It feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream. I think that of all of us, you have perhaps the least right to say that. Oh, actually, one of the accounts of Saint Sandlot's death places it around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon, so it doesn't seem all that implausible that a spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle. I've heard that account of Saint Sandlot's death before. Hold on a minute. Even if all that stuff about Saint Sandlot is true, it doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday. Well, I learned a lot about curses from my grandmother growing up, and working with barriers isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it. Really? Well, I suppose I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure I can say the same. I'll be sure to inform the Viscount of all that transpired here. In the meantime, you should be heading off to the next location you're to visit for your field study. I hope your journey is a safe and pleasant one. Thank you. Take care, Klaus. And give my regards to Father. The same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again. As do I. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own sportsmanship against you in the future. I wish you all the best. We still have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station. That sounds good. Let's be off then. Ja, erst was wir machen, ist erstmal hier rein. Yes, please take this book with you for your journey. It's apparently quite the interesting read, so I'm hoping it'll help the long train ride pass more quickly. Ja schön, Red Moon Rose Nummer 11. Perfekt, bisher passt hier auch noch alles. So. Genau, ich bin mir immer noch nicht so ganz sicher. Wir können mit dir drei hier reden. Lady Laura, you have made lunch for you, so please take it. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be delicious. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, and we packed enough for your lady friends too. Wait, what about us? You did muster up in that mobile performance yesterday, I suppose. But don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close to Lady Laura. At lest you blithely forget, take these as your helpful reminder. I don't think I need the wind to clue me into what they are implying. Must this petulant gaggle be annoying right to the very end? Ich bin immer noch nicht ganz sicher, warum und wie das zeitlich gerade alles zusammenpasst. Mit dem da hinten, was da passiert ist. Und warum es passiert ist. Ich bin mir gerade nicht sicher. Es könnte mit Wien zusammenhängen, aber das würde nicht erklären, warum Leander ist. Naja. We still seem to have a little time before the next train leaves. What should we do? It might be best to just wait in the station until the train arrives. Yeah, let's go wait inside. We need to buy our ticket for the trip to Garrelia Fortress too. Hey Jesus, wanna buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in then. Hello, hello. Ah, die Musik. Ooh, I could see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Well, the forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. What are you looking at me for? Never mind. That was pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all your field studies? I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet. Looks like I must say farewell to Legram once again for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but can't help but feel a little homesick already. I can understand why. It's a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that social classes were keeping people apart. True. Seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time too. You're all more than welcome, Milligram, at any time. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return. Wir werden, glaube ich, wirklich nochmal zurückkommen, was ich komplett vergessen hatte. Weil ich da hatte eine Begegnung in der Fate-Menschen. Die ist jetzt nicht passiert, sondern da war die mit Cayenne. Das heißt, die andere wird ja dann wahrscheinlich in Cold Steel 2 sein. After leaving the Gram, we changed trains at Barriere station. And rode the Kreuzen main line north heading toward Celtic. Da reisen wir einmal da hoch. Barriere Hard. Nach rechts ging es zum Orrock's Fort. Da waren wir schon. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Celtic, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Garrelia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Garrelia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of a Calvert Republic. I've heard it's ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premises. Weren't those the weapons that Gwyn said he regretted constructing? Yeah, where these 2 massive orbital cannons pointed toward these at Calvert. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State. They are pretty crazy here. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Wait, you've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yeah, Gramps took Claire, Lecter and me to see them one time. These are the mightiest weapons wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway. To consider what it means. There's a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbow with Prince Oliver. It's a trade conference kind of snuck up on us, huh? I think that's where Lecter's going to. I wanna go to Crossbow. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, and they have a huge theme park, right? That's what I've heard, so you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently, President Toa is going as part of the entourage to further her studies. Really, she never failed to impress. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Well, she does merit the highest esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the Academy. That she is. Aber diese ganzen, immer wenn irgendwas außerhalb erwähnt wird, mit dem Kontext von allen anderen Sachen, enhance das komplette Spiel für mich tatsächlich nochmal. All passengers disembarking in Academy, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel on the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. Oh. Ich glaube, ich erinnere mich an etwas. What's going on here? Ich dachte, dass das... Ich habe mich schon gefragt, wo diese Szene ist. All the security feels kind of ominous. Seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Captain Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
She really is attached to Captain Claire. Yeah, almost like sisters. Hard to believe both of them are iron bloods. At any rate, good day everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned? As an Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. Special Express train will momentarily be passing by platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so travelers on the platform are advised to exercise caution. A special express train. It couldn't be right on time. Da ist er. Das Tor. There's Tor and there's Prince Oliver. Frage, Osborn wird doch in dem Moment, wo er ihn getroffen hat, gecheckt haben alles, oder? Wenn nicht, wäre komisch, ehrlich gesagt. So, that was the Eisengraf. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before, it's really fast. It's pretty fancy inside too. The Eisengraf, or the Iron Count in the common parlance, was so titled in honor of Chancellor Osborn himself. Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Iron Chancellor over time, so I can understand the iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. I doubt he, of all people, sees any worth in titles or peerage. Wien? Yeah. Is something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere? You're feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. Just happened to catch a glance of Thor and Prince Oliver on the train as it passed by. Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out. You must have a hawk's eye to be able to see them when the Eisengraf whooshed by so quickly. Nah, it was probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance, so I could see them clearly in detail. What was that just now? Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crossbow State now arriving on platform 2. Here it comes. Yeah, looked like we didn't have to wait long after all. Na, die kennt man doch. Hey, there. We over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We saved you some seats. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course, have a safe trip, everyone. Whoa, who's that classy looking babe? I should have just stayed on the train. We have received word from Squadron 8. Unusual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We've also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armored cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraf has finished passing through. When it reaches Crossbow City, have all squads switch to phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? They will. I'm certain of it. Wir fahren an Zeldig vorbei. Da unten ist der Highway, auf dem wir rumgelaufen sind damals. Vor Ewigkeiten. Sowohl in-game als auch out-game. I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of days too. Yeah, so I find it kinda hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of Leon Sandlot. That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear. Well, ghost or not. There was definitely someone there beside us. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living. Like where Toval and the Radiant Blade Master went. Sounds like Duke Cayenne is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in the Uri Special Economic Zone, so I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago, is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seems like a pretty lively place. Oh, das muss so wehtun für ihn, das zu sagen, ne? The revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the Imperial government coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. Hardly a mystery why the reformers think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbear. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Now that you mention it, it does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Garrelia Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look for it, finding out all about it when we get to the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you have passed through Garrelia Fortress by train before? I see. Just us, huh? I can't wait to see everyone's first reaction. Ooh. Why that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. Camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep, it's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard. What's that supposed to mean? The gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country. I look forward to the chance to see it in person then. That you probably do. Da haben wir auch Cross auf der Karte. The train carrying Class 7 continued its ride on the transcontinental line, heading towards the east. They passed through the Twin Dragon Bridge, a Kreuzen provincial army base, and several stations later, it was finally time to pass through Garrelia Fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbear State. 11:20. The Ministry of Railway wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Garrelia Fortress. Garrelia Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at this station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by Imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in the confiscation of your equipment or detention by the authorities. Wow, that sounded pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you really think that's the issue here? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here. What in ages' name is that? Well, da sind wir. Wer erkennt es wieder? Richtig. Der Ort des Prolog. Über das Pre-Prolog, I guess. Ganz am Anfang Tutorial-Mission halt. The scale is just... This is Garrelia Fortress? This entire place is built from iron and concrete. Just how much money has the army dumped into building all of this? Yep, that was about as entertaining as I'd hoped. Not that I'm surprised, I thought the same thing when I first saw it. From the Cospra side, as all you can see is a cliff though. Yeah, but those two railway guns still poke out through it. Hey, instructor. What did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What comprises the military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the Empire has that on display as clearly as here. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. You see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just the military people. So it seems. It's almost like its own town here. On the other side of this fortress, it's more or less a straight shot to Crossbow City, right? I think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbow City is only about 30 minutes away by train. On top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Oh,
Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Valestein of Thors Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7. Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Garrelia Fortress. In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress. Now, if you'll follow me.
Dann nette Unterkünfte. Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Here? So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Garrelia's proving ground. The 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're going to watch a military exercise. The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend, the Major here, is their most promising young member? It's true. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? Does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all from me. It's currently 11:50 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. Otherwise, you all to eat. The field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. So, this food, we have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from this soup. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. I do think it wouldn't have hurt to use a few more herbs or flavors in general. Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they served in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd all be true. I didn't think the food they served in the mess hall at Zender Gate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably from the same batch too, by the look of it. Really brings back memories. I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me to eat here too. You guys really think it's that bad? Really brings back memories for me too? At least there's some cheese and an apple. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. The ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can be easily stockpiled in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without any trouble. So that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid the decrease in morale from wartime rationing? Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement of a continent's strongest army. In the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day. So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war. Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, the food the provincial armies serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if an actual war were ever to break out. Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Liberal serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberal's army is fairly elite, probably because the threat of being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that. Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life, you know. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say, you are what you eat. I could do with fewer of your spicy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valentine. Anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise of a proving ground at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. I'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever we like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course, you're welcome to roam around as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. Oh, go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. So if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms. It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Yep. So, das erste, was wir jetzt aber machen... Mal hier rausgehen. So. Der Fortress ist nicht sonderlich klein, wie ihr seht. So. Wir müssen Richtung Südausgang. Da ist irgendwo ein Shop. Bist du der Shop? Ja. Ich wollte Nein sein, ich wollte nicht mit dir sprechen. Ich will kaufen. Da, Imperial Chronicles. Also, und ich könnte auch einfach, um ein paar Bellscopes gebrauchen. Als Weapons, da lohnt sich glaube ich gerade nicht. Gut. Dann... Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. It made me feel a little faint. I feel there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Queen? Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately. Ever since we arrived in the Gram, I feel like just out of the corner of my eye I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress I haven't seen it. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something? Possessed? Yikes, that's kind of an unsettling thought. It is, isn't it? I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Celtic. Sarah. Oh yeah, Tova gave me a call about what happened in the Gram. They had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits. Yeah, Tova looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him too. Do you know anything about them? Well, I'm not a stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name Erebonias. First mention, let's go. A secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. Ich habe damals absolut nicht gerallt, was da alles hintersteckt. A secret society. We don't know how many members there are, but they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than the most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundation of entire nation-states. And these are the people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw there. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call them mechanical monsters like the one you fought Archaean. And lately it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days all over the Empire and beyond. Oh, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put Archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind at least. Right, be sure to let the others know too. Ich hab damals absolut nicht gerallt, was das hier für ein krass, also wie viel dahinter steckt. Was sie sagt, mit dem wir wissen nicht viel, Stand Daybreak 2, wir wissen viel mehr, aber auch genauso viele Fragen. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained, pretty well equipped too, like you'd expect from the Empire's biggest fortress. You need to put in some serious prep time if you wanted to topple it. Fee, I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of the soldiers. Old habits die hard. High dart, was? I'd heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helped train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy if he's going around training over soldiers in places this massive. Indeed. I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how teachings are actually being applied though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress? Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform, and one of these is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Garrelia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubt that you'd be able to endure the military training regimen with a physical attack. Be sure you're training them properly, Major. My apologies, sir. So I hear the Academy has a former bracer as their combat instructor. They must really be scraping bottom. I've heard of a Purple Lightning before, of course, but a bracer is still a bracer. Even such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous source isn't what it used to be. Well, no surprises here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Garrelia. Keep in mind though that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting a field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well, I'll take my leave here, so as I have business to attend to. He's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defensive fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course, good luck with your work, Instructor. I'll see you later then. Das war nicht klar. Gucken. Gut, dann. Und dann, genau. Und hier runter. Seems like this is the hangar for tanks and armored cars. Kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. I'm not looking forward to this. You've never seen any military exercise before, right, Reen? Yeah, this will be my first time. I take it you have, then? Yeah, my dad showed me one the last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for it the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. Into a surprise. I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many 18s lined up like this. Reinford Company makes these, don't they? Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of a point. They want to show off just how easily the 18s can dominate them. Well, you don't get the chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. They're just like her. So dann da. Hier? Nee. Ah, da. Hier ist der Ausgang, oder? Ja. Wow. Garrelia Fortress ist schon ziemlich groß. Can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given that uniform, you must be one of the students from Thors. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood, thank you very much. Might as well head over there. Gaius, are you okay? I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zendergate. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zendergate, but I can hardly believe that this is the same military. Although perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. This photo is the very definition of oversized, and that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. I imagine that the posturing is meant to show the Kreuz provincial army that they could crush them on a whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose, while I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Oh, guess you can't see it from here after all. You'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but you'll get mad if I get too close to them. What are you up to now, Million? You know that huge Orchid Tower where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of that. Oh yeah, they mentioned it in the Imperial Chronicle and on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? It'll be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? I wish I would have gone with Graham instead of being stuck on some stupid field study. Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding a keynote session there tomorrow. Wonder what they'll be talking about during it. Most people are thinking it just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Lemuria, but I think it's really gonna end up being about who Crossbow belongs to. Knowing Gramsci might even try to get Crossbow to become a part of Erebonia. Seriously. The prince is gonna be there, though, so he probably just try to shake everybody up a bit. Unbelievable. Joe's there too, though, so he's hoping things go well. Wir werden natürlich von vorne bis hinten gut gehen und nichts, auch keine Fragen oder sonstiges aufwerfen. Nein, nein. Wie kommt denn jetzt weg? Ah, hier lang. Okay. Command Area. Und nach draußen. Ja doch, hier ist richtig. Oder auch nicht. Ah, ich muss in den Norden, okay. Auch im Norden ist man Flammkuchen, ganz wichtig. Oh, ja genau, ja. Looks like this is the fortress's airport. Might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. Ja, könnte man vermuten. Das Ganze 2 Spiele drin verbringen, also von daher. It really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine 2 places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong with you? Oh, we were just talking about how different this place is to Jurai. Jurai was super lively, but this place. I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. Seems like everyone's talking about Jurai these days, so was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect, but the recent annexation by Erebonia, with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. There's offices and entertainment district, and all of the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go as far to say that they're happy to be under the Imperial government control. I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh? The little bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. It also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government pocket. I would be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. Only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonia's protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Na, könnte man so sagen. So. Und ich würde sagen, hier jetzt aber der Punkt, mit allen gesprochen, hier der Punkt, und ein paar beenden. Wenn euch gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da, abonniert den Kanal, um nichts was aufpassen beim nächsten Mal. Schauen wir uns dann diese Übung an. Diese Übung von der Militär. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.